welcome to Kidmissing TV. I am your host, Angelina Wilson. Now, this month's been a little crazy because I've had my appointment changed twice now. Now, my appointment isn't going to be until February 2nd, which is a Monday. So, I'll have to cancel that day's video. I apologize for the mess that this has made for me for the channel, but the rest of this month should go as normal. So, it'll only be the first one in February that will get messed up. So, this is, of course, a Dope Friday. This is the case of the Geneseo, Illinois John Doe. The case has been fully funded at the Doe Network through the generosity of just 4 donors. That's amazing. That's a lot of money each. A local postman and trapper discovered a human skull near Cat Creek, southeast of Geneseo. The FBI said that a bullet hole at the base of the skull was the cause of death. The man had died between 1 and 5 years before his discovery. This was October 27, 1966, by the way. Further skeletal remains were found after a search, and he was determined to have been between 16 and 30 years of age and between 5'5" and 5'10" in height. He was white, male. Interstate 80, the main interstate, was not completed at that time. The main thoroughfare at that time was Highway 6, and they were found about a mile off of Highway 6. Excuse me. A search in NamUs produced no persons reported missing in the area during that time period that matched. The remains were sent back to the FBI in 2016 for more testing and analysis that was not available in 1966. Then they sent them to the University of Iowa, who confirmed the FBI's findings. The Henry County Sheriff's Office was able to secure funding from the Henry County State's Attorney's Office to help pay the fee for DNA Doe Network, for DNA Doe, which covered the majority of the fee. The fee for the DNA Doe covers the costs associated with compiling a DNA sample and the research gathered from ancestry sites and obituaries. The DNA Doe Project, again, is not-profit. They took 2 teeth. if they find a relative, before they contact the relative, they'll contact the sheriff's department, and the sheriff's department will get a sample from the relative. It's Deputy Brian Hayers, Haars, or Hayers. And at that point, send it back and confirm the match. If you have any information in this case or think you might be a match, call the Henry County Sheriff's Office, Brian Hayers, Haars, 309-937-3911. That's 309-937-3911. BMHAARS at henrycty.com. That's BMHAARS at henrycty.com. That's 309-937-3911. 309-937-3911. Thank you so much for joining me, and again, I apologize for all the issues. It's awful. Gosh me. I'm so sorry. And thank you for all of you who keep subscribing and just making this channel grow. We're well over 500. We're going to make 750 by April 9th. That would be amazing, but we can do it. Thank you so much. My nails look disgusting. Anyway, God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you Monday. Bye, guys. Guys, I'm using my new microphone. Okay. And I just have to add this on to the end of the video, because apparently as of 2 days ago, the young man that we talked about in this case has been identified as 19-year-old Ronald Cole. C-O-L-E. Now, he was obviously killed by another, had his life taken by another. Trying to be YouTube friendly here. And so there's still the matter of who killed him. He was from Fillmore, California originally, and found in Illinois. That's a long way to go to be killed. So who knows what he was doing out there, how he ended up so far from home. But he was from Fillmore, California. As I had stated in the video, it was 100% funded, but I did not expect an identification so quickly. It was made 2 days ago. Because when I went on to get the drawing, I found the identification. So, he was very young, only 19. So like I said, I wanted to let you guys know that there was an identification, and I feel foolish, but at least I tried to get him out there. You get an update in the same day. So, and this microphone works a lot better than the internal microphone in the camera. So, and here it is. And this is cast iron base. This cannot be the $9.99 one I sent her. I'll be shocked if it is. Because it has a cast iron base. So anyway, like I said, he has been identified, but we still need to know who killed him, why, and, obviously prosecute if possible. He left home in Fillmore, California in 1965, the year before he was found. So he was traveling over a year period. Could he have been hitchhiking? That's a great possibility. 1965 and 66. So they were right on the time period. They said 1 to 5 years, and it had been about a year. And the age range between 16 and 30 was accurate because he was 19. He was a teenager. If you hear stuff in the background, it's just my aide cleaning up, which I very much appreciate. But thank you so much for joining me. I already did an outro, but I had to add this on after the outro, so please consider subscribing. I don't always mess up like this. When I wrote the case, he hadn't been identified. It had been fully funded. And then I come back looking for the picture and to find, guess what, he was identified. It was crazy. But like I said, literally 2 days ago. So I wouldn't have known it. But I brought it to you very quickly. So now we need to find out who killed him. Like I said, will there be a prosecution? Maybe not. Because if the person was older than him, he was 19 in 1966. Makes him younger than my dad. Because my dad was 20 in 64, so my dad was 22. So my dad would be 82. So he's 3 years younger than my dad. So he'd be 79. So his killer would be in his 80s, if alive. And I say his because shooting someone in the back of their head is usually a male crime. And it's execution style, which, really? He was a kid. But anyway, so I'm wondering if, I'm not holding out hope that the person is still alive. Because like I said, it would be in their 80s most likely. Late 70s into their 80s. But hopefully we can at least find out now that we know who he was. So if anybody has any information on, had seen him in the time leading up to his death, again, call Brian Harris at 309-937-3911 because I'm sure he can use the help at the sheriff's office determining who did it. Bye, guys.